All right, let's talk about your GCSE PE exam. Think of this as a coaching session, a pregame huddle to really level up your performance. We're going to focus on one of the most crucial skills, turning all that knowledge you have in your head into actual marks on the paper. It's all about mastering application. So let me ask you something. You ever walk out of a PE exam thinking, yes, nailed it, but then you get your results back and you've dropped marks you were sure you had? Yeah, it's a super common problem. And honestly, the answer usually comes down to one specific trap. And here it is, the big one, the AO2 application trap. This is where so many marks are just lost. It's the gap between simply knowing a fact and being able to use that fact in the specific sporting scenario the examiner gives you. See, just writing down a definition isn't going to cut it. You have to connect it to the game. Okay, look at this. It's night and day, right? The generic answer on the left. The vertical jump test measures power. I mean, yeah, it's correct, but that's it. That's a basic AO1 point. Now look at the winning answer. It takes that same fact and connects it. It measures power, which is vital for a shot putter to throw the shot a long way. See that link? That's your AO2. That's where the marks are. Look, to win any game, you have to know the rules. And in your exam, the rules are your assessment objectives, or AOs. They literally tell you what the examiner is looking for. Understanding these is absolutely the first step to building that perfect answer. First step, you've got AO1. This is your foundation, your bread and butter. It's all the facts, the definitions, all the stuff you've been learning and revising. It's basically you just showing the examiner what you know. Simple as that. And here we go. This is our main focus today, AO2. This is the crucial bridge. It connects what you know, your AO1, to a specific sporting situation. If AO1 is knowing the theory, AO2 is all about putting that theory into practice. It's showing you can use your knowledge. And just so you're aware, the next level up is AO3. This is where you start making judgments, looking at pros and cons, really digging deep and evaluating things. It's super important, for sure, but you just can't get to a strong AO3 answer without a rock-solid AO2 foundation. Okay, so if the AOs are the rules of the game, then the command words are the plays the examiner is calling. Every single one is a specific instruction, telling you exactly how they want you to shape your answer. If you misread the play, you could end up answering the wrong question, no matter how much you know. So let's look at the playbook. If the examiner says explain, they want the why, cause and effect. If they say suggest, you need to apply what you know to a totally new scenario. Discuss means you've got to look at things from a couple of different angles. And analyze, that's all about breaking something down into its key parts. Getting these down is a total game changer. Right, enough theory. Let's get to the game film. We're going to review some real exam questions, break them down play by play, and see exactly how to weave together your knowledge and your application to score every single mark. Okay, here's our first scenario. We've got an athlete, Chris. We've got a situation, the start of a race, and the command word is explain. The question is for 2 marks, which is a big clue. It means we need 2 clear points, and both have to be applied directly to Chris. So how do we get those 2 marks? Well, look, your first piece of knowledge, your AO1, is that adrenaline gets released when you anticipate exercise. The application, the AO2, is linking that to the scenario. This raises Chris's heart rate before the race even starts. 1 mark. For the second mark, your AO1, is that a warm-up raises heart rate. The AO2, that Chris would have warmed up specifically to prepare for this race. See the pattern? Knowledge, then application. All right, let's level up. A 4-marker. This one's a bit meatier. The command word is still explain, but the scenario is way more specific. Gas exchange during recovery after a long-distance run. This means every single point we make has to link back to that specific physiological state. Just check out this breakdown. Each point kicks off with a solid bit of AO1 knowledge about how gas exchange works, but the marks, they're all secured by that AO2 application. It's not just that breathing rate is high. It's high after the run. It's not just that there's a concentration gradient. It's a really steep one because the runner's muscles are crying out for oxygen. Every point is tied directly back to that runner and their recovery. Ah, here's a classic you'll definitely see. A suitability question. This is pretty much pure AO2. It's asking you to forge a link between a specific fitness test and a specific athlete. You can't just define the vertical jump test. You have to justify why it's the right tool for a shot putter. And there is a super simple formula for this. Step 1. State what the test measures. The vertical jump test measures power. Boom, that's your AO1 mark. Step 2. Explain why the athlete needs this. Well, a shot putter needs explosive power. That's your AO2. And step 3, you just link them together in your answer to transfer force to the shot and throw it a long way. And that's how you lock in both marks. It's a formula you can use over and over again. Now, sometimes they'll throw you a curveball, a question about a sport you've barely even thought about, like a canoeist or knee injuries in netball. And it's easy to panic, but don't. This is so important. The examiner isn't testing if you're a secret netball expert. They're testing if you can take your core knowledge about injuries and joints and apply it to a new situation they've given you. It's all about that application skill. So, we've watched the tape, we've broken down the plays, now it's time to put it all together. This is your final playbook, a simple winning game plan you can take with you right into the exam hall. Here it is, your mental checklist for every single application question. First, ID the command word. What do they actually want from you? Second, spot this scenario. Who are we talking about? What are they doing? Third, state your knowledge, your AO1 point. And fourth, this is the magic step. Link it to the context. Why does this matter for that athlete in that situation? And please use linking phrases. This is important because, or as a result, force yourself to make that connection explicit. You've got the strategy. You've seen how it works. You're ready. The only question left isn't if you can do this, it's which sporting scenario you're going to break down first. Time to get practicing.